Hello and welcome to another blessed day. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make stickers for my Etsy shop, and I'm going to be going through the materials I use, the process I go through from design to printing, and how I package things for Etsy. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, then please keep watching. So the basic materials that I use to make my stickers are my drawing tablet, my printer, my cutting machine, and sticker paper. For printing, I use the Canon PIXMA Pro-100, which is an inkjet printer intended for high quality prints. This is the only printer that I've ever used as far as art printers go, so I can't speak to how it compares to other art printers, but I absolutely love how prints come out on this machine. For cutting my stickers, I use the Silhouette Portrait 2. This is not a necessary piece of equipment when you're first starting out, but it definitely ups your quality when you're ready to make that step because it makes your stickers very consistent and saves you the laborious task of cutting all your stickers and probably saves you from getting carpal tunnel. It also opens up your options to what kind of stickers you can make, but I'll get a little more into this later in the video. If you want to make your stickers last, which I'm sure you do, you're going to want to try to find either weatherproof or waterproof sticker paper. The two sticker papers I've gotten to know the best are the waterproof matte sticker paper by Online Labels and the vinyl matte sticker paper by Zacotto. Both of these papers have their pros and cons. The Online Labels brand is thinner and flimsier, but the colors come out more vibrant when I print. And the Zacotto is thicker and a bit more durable, but the colors come out a bit muted. It took me a while to choose my favorite, but ultimately I like the Zacotto vinyl matte sticker paper better. And the reason for this is it gets very humid where I am in the summer. And within the first 2 weeks of me purchasing the Online Labels sticker paper, even within its packaging, the paper started to curl, and it made it a real frustrating experience to try to use that paper for printing because it would curl so much that it would mess up in the printer. And as I mentioned, it was just a very frustrating experience. And I never had that problem with the Zacotto paper, so I've chosen that as my favorite and what I'll be using moving forward. So the first step to making your sticker is obviously drawing your sticker design. I've only ever made stickers out of my digital art, so that's the limit of my expertise, but I'm sure if you're a traditional artist, there are plenty of ways to transfer your art into a digital landscape so that you can make them into stickers. I currently use an iPad, Apple Pencil, and Procreate to make my designs, but before this setup, I was using the Wacom Intuos and a very old laptop, so you don't have to spend a ton of money to begin your digital art journey and your sticker making journey. I'm pretty sure I've even heard people who just use like free apps and their iPhone, so it's a very accessible thing as far as I know. Here you can see that I'm drawing a pumpkin that I had initially sketched in my sketchbook, taken a picture of, and copied into Procreate. Once you're done drawing your design, you're going to want to save it as a PNG. Make sure before you save it to turn the background layer off so that the design doesn't incorporate that background and just create a square instead of the shape that you're going for. Now I'm going to map out my sticker sheet so that I can print and cut my stickers. I do this using the Silhouette software, which is actually a free software, so I'll include the link down below to that. Even if you don't have a Silhouette to cut your stickers out with, I think it's a great place to map out and print your stickers. So when I open Silhouette Studio, I'm open to a new sheet. The first thing I'm going to do is go to the toolbar on the right side of my screen and click Page Setup, Registration Marks, to turn registration marks on. And these are the marks that the Silhouette will use to read your page and figure out where to cut. Now there are two types of cuts that you can do when it comes to stickers that I know of at least, and those cuts are kiss cut and die cut. A kiss cut is when you only cut the sticker sheet but not the backing, so the sticker can easily peel away from the backing, and a die cut is when you cut the entire sheet of paper so that the entire sheet of paper is the shape of your sticker. I love the look of a die cut, but the simplicity of a kiss cut, so I actually use both of these strategies in my sticker making, and I'm going to show you that process here. So now I'm ready to add my design into Silhouette, so you just want to find your PNG file and drag it into the software and then resize your image to how big you want your sticker to be. Then you want to go back to the right hand panel and click on the Open the Trace panel icon, and you're going to select Trace Area, and you just want to click and drag that over your image. When you do this, your image will turn yellow where the program wants to trace. So then you just want to go to the threshold option and you want to turn that up to 100% so that the software recognizes your entire image, and you'll know this if your entire image is a bright yellow color. Then you want to click Trace Outer Edge, and when you do that, your image will be traced. So this is completely preferential, but just to show you what I like to do, I like to add a slight border to my sticker to make sure that none of the design is cut off. So how I do that is I pull the design away from the traced version. I click on the trace version, and then I go back to the right hand panel and I click Open the Offset panel icon. Click the offset and set it to 0.05 inches. Now that I have that second, slightly larger tracing of my image, I'm going to delete my original tracing and put my image back in place. This is going to be my kiss cut. To make my die cut, I'm going to click on the new tracing. Once again, I'm going to hit the offset button. I'm going to offset it to 0.06 inches this time. I'm also going to go to the right hand panel and click Open the Line Style panel and then click Line Color, and I'm going to change the color of that outer line. This is going to help me later when I'm sending my sticker to the cutter. So now that I've done all these steps, I'm ready to copy and paste over the pumpkin with the tracing and fill my sticker sheet and prepare it for printing. Now that I'm ready to print, I'm going to set my media type to high resolution paper and set the print quality to high quality and let it go. Once my page is printed, I let it sit for about 5 minutes to make sure the ink dries before I send it to the cutter. To send my paper to the cutter, I place it on the cutting mat, I place the mat in the cutter, and then I set the cut on my computer. As I mentioned earlier, I die cut on the outside and kiss cut on the inside, so here's how I do that. So back in Silhouette Studio, I hit send, and then I go one tab over and hit line, so you can set different line styles to different cutting preferences. For my outer line, I'm going to select Material, Sticker Paper White. Then I'm going to select Blade 4, Force 33, Speed 4, Passes 1. This is going to give me a die cut. Then I'm going to go to the inner line and I'm going to select Material Sticker Paper White. Then I'm going to select Blade 2, Force 14, Speed 7, Passes 1. And this is going to give me the kiss cut. So now I'm ready to hit send. And here's the finished product. Alright, so we have made it to the packaging portion of the video. I list and sell my stickers on Etsy. I'm not going to go over the process of how I do that today because I am simply not the person to be giving Etsy listing advice. I am still figuring out the whole Etsy formula, SEO nonsense, but I will be linking my Etsy shop down below if you want to check it out and just get a feel for what my Etsy shop looks like. So my packaging strategy is very inspired by someone else I watched on YouTube whose name I will list somewhere on the screen now, and I will link their video down below. But I just send my stickers through USPS using envelopes and using stamps, unless it's a bigger order, in which case I use flat mailers and I need to go to the post office and specifically get that shipped in a different way. So as you can see here, I have these little greeting cards that I've made out of 120-pound cardstock, and these are more for functionality purposes because they protect the stickers. And in these cards, I just write a little message to my customer and say thank you for supporting my small business. Following this, I get together the person's sticker order and then I package the stickers in tissue paper, and what I do is I slip the tissue paper package into the card, into the envelope, and I send it on its merry way. So I hope this video was helpful to you in your sticker making journey. If you have any questions for me, you can leave them down below and I will answer them as best as I can. But until then, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!